Hello, everybody. Today's video is going to be a little bit darker. Because I thought it might be more enjoyable to watch. I was inspired. I just found a new creator. I don't remember their name, but they were just using really low lighting, and it was really not harsh on the eyes. I don't know if any of you struggle with this, but recently I have been having like really bad light sensitivity. I don't know why. I'm really not sure. And like even in the dark sometimes my eyes will start like aching really bad. I don't know. It is very strange. I had to put my rings on. But yeah, so this is really nice. So today's video is going to be light triggers. I'm leaving the window open for this video, and I hope that's all right. I hope the wind is relaxing. Some cars are passing by. I really like that noise. I was just watching 99 Almonds' new video, and the breeze and the birds were going. It's night, so no birds will be going. But I was at work, and if I'm being honest, I am a thief because a kid left at my summer camp. Well, I guess he's not in my summer camp, but he's the sibling of someone at my summer camp, and he left this flashlight at my work. And they're on a fishing trip this weekend, so I thought the kids will be back Monday, and I'm gonna take this home. Probably saliva all over it. It's like a baby. And do some triggers with them. Hopefully no one thinks I'm terrible for this. I'm just wiggling around and giving it back. But I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty good opportunity to do some light triggers because I didn't think that I liked them. But then, that was too bright for me. But, I've been watching some recently because I actually find the way that the light, it covers the screen, like, the way the glare, I guess, is extremely tingly. Terrible coordination. Like I'm trying to use both hands at the same time. And I don't want to make this video too long to avoid the battery from running out. So we're gonna keep it under 20 minutes at least. I hope I'm doing a good job. Hopefully it's not too bright. Make sure to turn your brightness down. pretty interesting night the other night. Well, this weekend, I went to this really fun, like, fantasy themed bar in my city on Friday. It was super, super, super cool. I absolutely love it. Lots of Harry Potter themes in there as well, which I really like. It was fun. I went with my best friend and we discussed about how we're moving in together again at the end of the month for school. We spent our last year together and it was absolutely wonderful and one of the best years of my life. Probably top 2. Yeah. It was a wonderful time. And I'm so excited moving with her again. I'm just really bad at doing dishes, so I told her we're gonna do like an actual like chore, like a schedule kind of thing. Like, this is my weekend, this is your weekend. Things like that. Yeah, it was a nice conversation. I'm going to pause with the flashlight, partially to save battery and also because sometimes I feel like you become desensitized to the light and then it doesn't work as well. In the meantime, I'll show you what my boyfriend bought me today. He was very kind and I had a lot of studying and like school to catch up on because I'm doing summer school and I'm a horrible procrastinator, so there's lots of classes I gotta catch up on and I have an exam coming up too. But yeah, so he was really sweet and stayed at the cafe with me. His back was in a lot of pain. He's blue collar, man. So him, and he has some rib. I think he may have, I don't know. There's something wrong with his back. But he stayed in those shitty cafe chairs with me. And Red, I've been talking a lot about one of my favorite books. But I watched this like critical essay on it the other day. And we watched it together when we were camping, and freaked me out a little because the girl, I mean, I read this book when I was 16, so it's been 4 years. You know, I don't have the best memory. My nose is itchy. I gotta reread it. There's a lot of things. It's a big book too. I gotta reread it because she had some points in her video that I was like, shit. She might be right on some of her points and it might not be as incredible as I remembered it being. Incredible is not the right word, but just as like moving, like I can go into more detail. Like I can go into more detail in another video. But basically, I realized my favorite book might be. I might have. What's the right word? Like the reasons I liked it weren't as impressive as I once thought they were. If that even makes sense. But so I plan on rereading it, but he knows it's my favorite book and he bought it because we went to a cafe connected to the bookstore. So he sat there and read that while I did my homework. And in exchange for what he bought me today, I got us some food and drinks at the cafe. It was really expensive. Oh my god. this up. This is what it got me. I have been wanting this little coloring book, or just like a Junji Ito coloring book, for such a long time. I don't even like care for coloring. It's not like I color. I'm not someone who colors. It's kind of unlike me, I feel like. But something about this in particular, I wanted so bad. I was so interested in. I'm a really big Junji Ito fan, and I wanted it off Amazon. It was only $20, but I just told myself every time, like, you don't need this, you don't need this. And I saw it there today. I think it's a new type. Like, the one I wanted was like a Uzumaki cover. This, I don't remember what this one's from. Maybe I haven't read it yet. I don't know. But I'm really excited about it. And I have markers waiting for me. Because I'm in between places right now. And I'm really excited to get a hold of them. Also because I've always wanted something, I'd like to say I'm a creative person, but I'm not artistic. When I watch shows and stuff, I don't really want to just be like watching a show and just sitting there and just doing that. So, like with a podcast, you know, like I need something to do with my hands. So, I have thought that coloring would be like, I'm so bad at this. I gotta get better at this, man. But I thought coloring would be like a good thing for me. Just something to do with my hands when I'm doing those things. I'm really excited. But yeah. Really excited about my little coloring book. And if anyone has some advice on how I can make this trigger better, do let me know, because it's my first time trying it. Like, does this make it too bright when I do this? You let me know. But yeah, last night I was invited to like this Lana night thing that was happening at a bar in my city, and a club, bar, arcade, bar, club. It's kind of all of the above. And yep, I've been to a Lana night before, but honestly, I didn't have that good of a time. So this was round 2, and it was a lot better night overall. But it was dead. Like, not for nothing to do with Lana night. Maybe it wasn't like, it wasn't great in terms of the Lana night, but you know, we made it fun nonetheless. Because to be honest, the DJ kinda sucked. Like, he was just, and I'm a big Lana fan. There's definitely bigger Lana bands out there, but you know, I'm a Lana fan. I consider myself a Lana fan. Pretty big Lana fan. Anyways, there was a lot of movies or songs that I did not know. I think they might have been from one of her newer album, and I don't know. And like stuff from off Chemtrails Over the Country Club, which is really slow. I consider it to be a little too slow for me. They were playing all those, and like ones that like not as many people knew. And like, I know a lot of Lana's music, and I was not knowing a lot of these songs. Not a lot, but like enough, you know? There was like 3 in a row where I was like, what the fuck are these? And everyone was like, what? Who was there? Anyways, but yeah. And then every second song was not Lana. So like that was pretty irritating too. I was like, what? And I'm not someone really who enjoys slow music as much. There are exceptions, of course, many exceptions, but you know, a lot of slow music doesn't scratch my itch, or like really soft voices. It's not something I usually gravitate towards. So yeah, just look right here. Look right here for me. Follow my finger. But yeah, so that part was kind of like, what's going on? And it started getting really dead, and less people were there. And suddenly I looked over and I was like, damn, where'd everyone go? So later we decided to try, well, I suggested a club down the street because I wasn't ready to go home. But oh, and mind you, I got off work like, I literally had to rush home after work and get ready because the event started at 9 and I got off work at 9. Anyways, and I was so freaking full. I thought it was gonna bomb. It was like a campfire night thing at where I work, and I had so many hot dogs and so many s'mores. But yeah, I ended up going to a club down the street, and luckily enough, my cousin works there. He does the lighting, so he got us in for free, which is very wonderful, and got us free drinks. It was very, very kind of us. He really took care of us, and it actually meant a lot that he went to the lengths to do that for us. So, and it was really helpful because I had spent a lot of money that night. Far too much, what I'm trying to say. So, anyways, but yeah, it was a good time. The club was full. The DJ was good. He was playing good songs, good transitions. It was really, really enjoyable. But yeah, it was really fun. And there's some pretty funny. We left a little bit later than the others who were there. It's also my first time seeing my sister at a club. She just recently turned 18, so that was funny. We ended up training home. We caught the last train home. Very lucky, and some shit's always going down on the train, you know? I was passing out on the train, and was like semi-conscious, and all of a sudden there's this like big fight breaking out, and I hear screaming, but I'm like so out of it. I'm just bless my friend's heart. She told us to move, and we moved carts, and I like woke up some more, and this nice guy kind of came and like stayed near us, avoiding the fight, but also kind of like comforting us. It was really nice. Like I just like his presence was like very comforting. I don't even know if he meant to, but it was comforting. So that was nice. Anyways, and they were fighting, and it started to get really intense, and they were screaming, and you know, I've seen worse, but it was just a little frightening when you're drunk off your ass. A bunch of men like about to go at it, who are really close to you. But we made it out okay, and right when I got out of the train, the police were there, and they like came up and started to deal with it, and we scurried away. I wanted to take an Uber home so bad. My feet were in so much pain. I wore these new heels, and my friend, also having had a lot to drink, was like, girl, let's just walk. Like, it's fine. And I'm like, okay. So she's like, I'm saving you money. Like, it's good. And I was like, thanks, girl. I love her so much. She's down for anything. I love that about her. But so we're walking home, home and I'm taking on and off my shoes because the gravel was so painful. It was like that pointy, rocky gravel, and it was hurting my feet so bad. But then I put on the heels on, and the heels were hurting my feet just as much. So, it was so stupid, and my feet are destroyed. And then something really funny happened, but I do not think I should say it on here. Anyways, then we get to my house and we're waiting outside for an Uber for her to get an Uber from my house, and I see this huge dandy long legs crawling on her, and we were sitting right beside each other, like touching. And if I was sober, oh my god, I think I would have, I think my heart would have exploded, honestly. And I like go to wipe it off her hesitantly, and then it like disappears, and I have no idea where it went. And then once I got inside, I was like, I stripped all my clothes off and was like looking in the mirror like a crazy person in like the middle of my house. There was nothing on me. I don't think there was anything on my jacket, but I was like tweaking. Anyways, because I swiped it off with my clothing item and it was black, and I was like, oh my god, it was fucking huge. Anyways, what a night. It was a lot of fun. And we got a lot of dancing to a lot of good music, and I woke up with a terrible headache. It was so bad, but luckily it didn't last very long. Like it lasted all morning, but I was able to get up and go out and be a functioning human being. But it was a lot of fun. And the last thing I'll talk about before I end this video, Deftones just dropped their second track from their new album, and it is even better than the first. It is my personal favorite. I think it is so good. And all I can say is Deftones are back, baby. Deftones are back. It was like totally giving me Around the Fur vibes. And for anyone wondering, I'm talking about Milk of the Madonna. Milk of the Madonna. And funnily enough, like when I saw that on the track list, I was very curious about that song. I was like, Milk of the Madonna, what the fuck? With Deftones, like when it's some weird shit like that, you just know it's gonna be good. Yeah, I love how his lyrics are so subjective. So golfing outside. Anyways, but yeah, it is Around the Fur to me, in terms of his voice at least, and in terms of like the escapism and freedom. Like all Deftones is escapism, but my escapism preference is Around the Fur, and Koino Yokon probably, but Around the Fur just is really, it really transports you, man. It really does. Like Be Quiet and Drive, Die the Flu, and oh my god, someone's fucking hacking up their lungs outside right now, smoking a joint. But it is so freeing. Playing it, I get the same, I think whether sonically it's like Around the Fur or not, it gives me that energy and vibe because it makes me feel the same sense of freedom as Around the Fur does, and that is a very special thing for me, and I'm sure for lots of people. It is an amazing song, and I've already overplayed the hell out of it, and I'm not sick of it at all. It's pretty much all I'm listening to. And a lot of Oasis too. But it just makes me so excited for the full album. And I do see them at the end of August. Well, semi-end of August. And I am so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my god. My heart. I'm in the pit. I've seen Deftones twice before. All within the last like 12 months, which is crazy. Because I remember never seeing them at all too, like so many times. I felt like I just got lucky in terms of their tour dates, I guess. And then they were coming to my home city, and the prices were so much cheaper than other ones I had seen. And in my head I said, it makes the most sense to do this now. Like it's my dream to be in the pit at a Deftones concert. And I told myself, it makes more sense now because I don't have the cost of the extra expense of a flight and a hotel or an Airbnb. Like, I can strictly worry about paying for the concert, so it was only like $300. 300, like, or no, what was it? I'm like, it might have been even cheaper than that. I feel like I either paid, I think I paid 300, like 20, 340. No, it was 340 for me and my boyfriend combined. So you can do the math. I'm not in the mood to. Even though, actually, what would it be? 300. Anyways, I was so happy with the price. So happy. We got so lucky. We got the pre-sale. Anyways, it's going to be the best day of my life. I'm gonna go really early and ensure I am trying to get to that barricade. I will do anything to grace Chino's hand and him singing in my face. I will pass away. I will literally pass away. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end this video here. I've done enough blabbing. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't do too bad of a job with that trigger. I tried to spice it up a little, but I'm really uncoordinated, like I said. But the work week's about to start. Good luck. You've got this. Hang in there. We're all in it together, right? And plan something this weekend that'll excite you. Even if it's like reading a book you've been wanting to read, or like going for a walk by like a river downtown, or whatever the case is. Like, just plan something to give you hope to get to the end of the week. So I hope you're taking care of yourself. I'm sending you so much love.